Israel obviously needs to maintain its qualitative military superiority. So how does this potential deal with the Saudis and the jets it so badly wants impact this potential deal?
Yeah, that's the American commitment. In the Book of Laws in Congress, Israel must maintain, or the United States must help Israel maintain its qualitative military edge. And so any such deal with the Saudis would have to see some compensation for the Israelis. But ultimately, if we're looking at the timeline, I think we might be jumping the gun a little bit. That's at least the sentiment in Riyadh. I spoke to a prominent Saudi journalist, Abdulaziz Al-Khamis. He's also close to the Saudi court. He spoke in Knesset a few months ago. And in a conversation last week on our program, On the Record, he said that while the Saudis do seek normalization with Israel, it might not happen under this current Israeli administration. Let's take a listen.
Trump did a very good job to stop Gaza war. They think Trump can bring a deal between the Israelis and Arabs. This one, it's the hope of the region. And I think the Israelis, they need the new government to understand this and to work together with the Saudis and the Americans to have a very long solution. And the solution, or what we call it, the two-state solution, it's not meaning next day a state for the Palestinians. It needs a agenda. It needs steps to go through and to make a deal, security for Israelis and land for Palestinians and state.
And you're saying this can't happen under the current Israeli government?
No, it will not. It will not.
So I think that's a very clear statement coming from someone close to the royal court in Riyadh. Now, as for the phrase pathway for a viable pathway for Palestinian statehood, this has been the Saudi price even before October 7th. And in my conversation with Abdulaziz, that didn't change. And so ultimately, with Prime Minister Netanyahu supporting that statement back in the end of September when he supported the plan announced by Donald Trump, now saying he does not support this, it sounds like Prime Minister Netanyahu is speaking in two voices. And ultimately, there'll need to be a decision made whether Israel is going against this Trump plan or it's supporting it on all its components.
Yaki, your thoughts?
Few points. I think first, the Saudis understand that this is an election year in Israel, and they want to see the results of the election. So they won't be they won't rush to reach an agreement while it's not clear who is going to be the next prime minister in Israel. That's the first point. The second point, they come with a huge package to the Americans. You mentioned the F-35. They want to have a military treaty with the Americans, unlike an agreement that the Qataris received, which is going to be nulled once Trump is out of office. So they want to have some kind of a treaty, a long-standing treaty that will survive many administrations and not just something for 3 years. And they want to have their civil nuclear power receiving from the Americans. Having all those things in this package would acquire them to move in the path, a viable path, like it is in the Security Council resolution, a viable path to normalization with the Israelis. They understand. So they can move the process slowly. They would wait for the results, but they understand that the best opportunity that they have would be during the Trump administration to receive all those things. So once there are results in Israel coming from the elections, I think they will have to take a decision whether all the declarations about a viable path to a Palestinian state and the fact that no more war in Gaza this is the reality. They will have to take a decision whether they move towards normalization with Israel or they simply reject that and they won't get all the other things that they really want, like the F-35, the civil nuclear capabilities and other things in the package which go hands in hand with that.